Okay, this is Dan from Hidden Objects in NASA Images. This was readily available and I had seen it from somebody else's video and I can't believe it's still up. So I thought I'd do a short video this time, and it's really weird because it's a tiny little Martian, to be honest with you. It's chasing Curiosity. Obviously, Curiosity disturbed its quietness. It's got all the... this is just weird. I mean, if they really do look small, I mean, we're big. So, I assume that not everything is going to be big. Some things are going to be tiny. So, let's try to zoom in a little bit. And you can see it clearly. It has arms and legs down here. And apparently that's a dust cloud that it's created. But it's weird because it doesn't have eyes like... if you've seen that movie, scary movie with the mask, with the eyes, that's kind of how it looks. I mean, if I go and keep doing this, it's going to get distorted. But it's just really freaky. It's freaking me out. So I thought I'd do my own video, and clearly it's a dust cloud behind the object running after Curiosity. This is 0535, Soul 0535. It's freaky in a way that, you know, we don't think of aliens as small. We think of them as horrible, like creatures like Alien, the movie Alien. And I'm kind of thinking, I'm seeing all these masks around, like this one down here. It's just really weird. It's got two eyes, and maybe that's their way of scaring us off by throwing masks, death masks around, because I've been seeing those in a lot of pictures. I couldn't figure it out, but maybe that's their way of getting, telling us we don't belong on Mars, and maybe truly if we do go there we might get horrified. I don't know, but it's just freaky that if this is a little tiny Martian creature running after Curiosity, man, you don't need to go to Mars. It's hard to speculate on something like this because it's right there in front of you. You can't deny it, whether it's a statue or whether it's a living being. And it's really just freaky because you think of aliens as tall, thin grays, and this thing, it has eyes, but their eyes are. It's like that movie comes back to me, that scary movie with the mask. That's how this looks. If you zoom in on it, you can see two little eye sockets over here. Well, I don't know if they're eye sockets, but they're slits where they can see, and it's got something holding in its hand. And this one is waving, sort of like, hey, wait, I gotta catch my bus kind of thing, But I think it's... your guess is as good as mine, but it looks like a little humanoid creature. Remember, we live in a universe that is so big and mysterious that we can't conceive of our worst nightmares may not even be what's really out there. In other words, we can imagine strange and unusual alien creatures, but this really takes the cake. I mean, if it's something running after Curiosity and there's a dust cloud apparently right here, that cinches it up for me. There's obviously some kind of life forms on Mars. I mean, maybe we don't belong there. Every planet, every solar system is going to be different. Maybe they adapted to their way of life. Remember, before we came around, there was the dinosaurs, and we couldn't survive if the dinosaurs were still around. So maybe Mars, in a way, rejuvenated itself from being large creatures on Mars. Maybe it downsized to smaller creatures. You got to remember, before we came around, there was the dinosaurs, and they were 10 feet, 10 stories tall creatures running around, and then everything got sized down, you know. So maybe in the sense that Mars had the same thing happen to it, except everything got tiny instead of a little bit bigger. Maybe we don't belong on their world. That's their little world. But it just freaks me out, and I had to do this one more video. I mean, I'm tired of, all I can say, it looks like it's got hands, and it's got something in its left hand or right hand. But it certainly looks like a dust cloud behind it. If I zoom in anymore, it'll just get distorted. But I wanted everyone to see this. This is just freaky. And if it is alive, man, I'd rather stay away. It's just too freaky for me. I mean, maybe that's why NASA isn't saying anything. Maybe they know what's there and hands off. I hope it is hands off. We don't need to disturb them if they truly are creatures on Mars. We don't need to go there because, like everything else, humans like to touch things and screw things up. That's just our nature. We're too curious for our own good sometimes, and maybe what's waiting for us out in the cosmos may be just a little bit more than we bargained for. But it's classic. It's like Mars is saying, go home, get the heck out of here. We don't want you here. Maybe the rover was making a lot of noise. Maybe it's comical in a way, but it's also scary, because if this is a reality, I'd hate to think what's really out there in outer space and other worlds. I can't imagine. One doesn't think of little tiny people, but you gotta look at that and just say, hey, it probably is real. If it isn't, hey. But it's unreal. I guess with the word I'm trying to look for, reality, but reality is a whole different ball game. What we think is reality is not even close. I mean, if this is a little creature running after curiosity, man, just think what else is out there. I'm not trying to be funny, but it's more than I can imagine. We can't imagine what's out there in space, truly. There may be an alien creature like the movie Alien, and there may be things that we don't consider living or recognize as living. Maybe they're throwing. All I know is I've seen a lot of death masks, a lot of faces, a lot of masks. Maybe that's their way of telling us to go home. We don't belong on Mars. I can only speculate. I really don't know. But, it just takes the cake right here. It's got little hands. Even if it's a statue, it's something. It looks real to me. And if there is a dust cloud behind it, I'd hate to go to Mars. I really don't think we should go there, because maybe there'll be little humanoids waiting for us to attack. Attack the giants. But it's not. It's kind of funny, but it's not funny. Anyway, I hope you enjoy my video. I found this from somebody else's video who gave the link. I wanted to check it out for myself. This is just nutty, but if it is real, it's putting chills in my spine, that's for sure. This is Dan from Hidden Objects in NASA Images. If you like my video, please subscribe. If you just want to comment, please leave a comment. Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Thank you very much.